are you? My name is Phyllis Goodwin, and my presentation is on HIV and AIDS. Now, I have a few questions for you all. How many of you know people who are not having sex? Okay. How many of you know people who are having sex? All right. Because people are having sex and more people are doing it, it is best that we spread awareness on AIDS and HIV. So I want to let you all, so during this presentation, I'm going to tell you what exactly is HIV and AIDS. Then I'm going to tell you the difference between the two. And then I'm going to give you some ways that we can spread, spread awareness and stop the spread of this disease. Alright, AIDS and HIV is a disease of the human immune system. HIV stands for human immunodeficiency virus, while AIDS stands for acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Okay, because HIV and AIDS is an infection, it slowly weakens your immune system, making it more and more acceptable to infection. So because of this, your body is no longer able to fight off the infection that you would normally get. So when you get sick, it's hard for your body to fight that off. Anything that happens to you, your body is hard to do that because you no longer have a strong immune system. Now, how many of you think that a person dies from HIV and AIDS?
Dies from?
Yeah, dies from. Okay, no. What happens is because your immune system is weakened, it is hard for you to fight off infection. So that's what you will most likely die from, the infection from HIV. So some of the known infections that a person with HIV would normally have, will most likely have, is tuberculosis, fungal infections, fever, meningitis, and pneumonia. Because of this, because your body is no longer able to fight off disease as you would normally be able to. Not yet, baby. The confusion between HIV and AIDS. There is a lot of confusion on the difference between the two. So HIV is the virus, while AIDS is the disease. And the real difference between the two is in the number of white blood cells. When you're HIV positive, your body begins to weaken and killing off your white blood cells. And if you don't know, your white blood cells are what helps fight off any infections and bacteria that your body gets. So during HIV, it starts to weaken your body. And then your white blood cell counts are between 600 and 1200. And then once your body is no longer able to fight off, then your white blood cells are shortened to below 200. So then HIV is the beginning stage and AIDS is your full blown of HIV. Alright, I'm going to give you some of the myths that are associated with HIV and AIDS. How many of you heard that there's a cure for AIDS and HIV? That is not true. We have yet to find the cure to AIDS. So that is a myth. So if you hear anybody say that, it's not true. Don't believe it. Okay?
Yes.
Alright. How many of you heard that just by looking at someone, you're able to tell whether or not they have it? That is not true. No, that's not true. You know why? Because it takes up to 10 years for the infection to actually take place and for you to really develop it and it be seen. So that's a long time. You can be walking around living with it and not even know. So that is why you aren't able to tell. How many of you heard that HIV and AIDS is a gay man's disease? Yeah, it is it. Not only gay men have, you have straight men, women, and children who are right now living with HIV and AIDS. And because I told you the difference, they will also say that AH and HIV are the same thing. And they're two totally different things. HIV is when you is the beginning stages, while AIDS is the full-blown HIV virus. Alright, in order for us to stop the spread and raise awareness, we need for you all to know that these are some of the ways that we can stop the spread of HIV and AIDS. Get tested. I know you hear it and you see it on billboards everywhere you go, but getting tested can help you find out whether or not you are and help you detect it early or show you that you're not. Another way is abstinence, not doing it at all. Safe sex is the best sex. Can y'all repeat after me? Safe sex is the best sex. Yes, but if you cannot wait and you just have to do it, protection. Always use protection. Nothing is 100% sure, so always wrap it up. Wrap it up. Can y'all say wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
Alright. And for those of us that, for those people that are drug users, it is not good to share needles. So, if that's the case, you can stop it right then and there. No sharing of needles. Because of these myths, you are not able to tell whether or not someone is or isn't. So don't take no one's word on it. Always don't share your needles. And for those women who are pregnant and HIV positive, it is best to tell your doctor so that they can stop the spread from you to your unborn child. Because there are ways that they can do that so that your child does not get infected. Another way that is new to me that I haven't heard before is the spread of HIV and AIDS through breastfeeding. You should, if you're HIV positive, you shouldn't be breastfeeding. So these are some of the ways that we can stop it. If we spread these words, if we spread our knowledge and share it with one another, we can stop the spread of AIDS and HIV. According to careresource.org, in 2009, 1.8 million people died in the U.S. from HIV and AIDS. 33 million are living with HIV and AIDS right now. There are 40,000 new HIV infections in the U.S. That is a lot of numbers. Now, since we all live in Miami-Dade, did you know that Miami-Dade ranks #1 in the nation for new HIV cases, with Broward being #2 with the second highest in the U.S. of new cases? That is a pretty big number. So there could be people walking around, your friends, your family, that you don't even know that they are infected, because #2 in the U.S. in Broward County alone, that is some big numbers. In Florida, we are the #2 in the nation with the children, with a high number of children who are HIV infected. So it is very important that we raise awareness so that we can stop the spread of this epidemic. Because AIDS and HIV is such a rapidly spreading disease, spreading the correct information and addressing all of the misconceptions that are associated with the disease, we can stop the spread of HIV and AIDS. So some of the ways that we can stop it are what? Safe sex is the what? Best sex. Not sharing needles, wearing protection, and getting tested so we can detect this thing early and have a fighting chance on living with it. So I just wanted to help you all better understanding what HIV and AIDS is, and we know that it's a disease of the immune system. It weakens it. Let you know the difference between HIV and AIDS, which is in the blood, the white blood cell count. HIV being the virus, the beginning stages of it, while AIDS being the full-blown HIV virus. And then I just wanted to show you some ways that we can raise awareness to stop the spread of disease. Because together, we can stop the spread of HIV. So I just want y'all to repeat that with me. Together, we can stop the spread of HIV and AIDS. So I just want to thank you all for your time, and I hope that you've learned something new that you can go back and share with someone else so that we can continue to spread this word. Thank you all.